guys, we just wanted to touch base, let you know that we made it to Barcelona, but not without God's help. Yeah, so we're just gonna tell you the story, trying to be short about it. So we, on Monday when we checked in at Air Canada in Edmonton, the lady at the desk was like taking out a piece of paper, looking at our COVID test, and then counting down, calculating the numbers, and she goes, your test is too old. By the time you arrive in Spain, it's not valid anymore. And we're like, okay, so what does that mean? She's like, well, you can't enter Spain. We're like, is there any way what can we do about this? And she goes, well, I can check you into Frankfurt, our luggages and everything, and then in Frankfurt you just have to stay longer there for 10 hours and do another COVID test, which would have been €160 each.
And probably change our flights.
Everything, just so much hassle and anxiety and And so we're like, let's just do this. I have family in Germany. Let's just fly to Europe, get to Frankfurt, and see what happens there. So we do it. Had an amazing flight since there's no one on the plane. The boys slept. We had so many rows to us. It was awesome, relaxing. We get to Frankfurt. We're like, should we go for a COVID test? Should we just try to recheck in our luggage? What should we do?
Well, we were like, when we land in Frankfurt, let's see how they treat us at immigration. And going through immigration, they didn't do anything. They looked at our stuff and it was all good. And then we were like, okay, let's just pick up our luggage, try check in. We'll see if anything happens when we try and recheck in. So we went and got all our luggage, like 2 huge cartloads of it, just us pushing it.
With the
stroller, everything, trying to like find the Air Canada desk, get to the Air Canada desk, and they say, oh, you gotta go to Lufthansa. So we're struggling again, trying to find the spot in Lufthansa, and some really nice airport guy came and started helping us and helped us push all our stuff and directed us like all the way to the other end where there's the like bulky baggage and pets and things like that. And we get there and the ladies there are like, what are you guys doing here? This is, you're not supposed to check in here. Go check over this other place. And we're like, oh, we gotta, But one of the ladies there was like, it's okay, I'll take care of you. So we were like, okay, that's good. And so she starts checking us in and checking in all our luggage, and she notices that our extra luggage was only paid for up till Frankfurt, not to go all the way to Spain. And we were like,
I would rather not pay again $400 for 4 luggages.
Yeah, we obviously don't want to pay anymore. And so she called her manager, and the manager was like, oh, it's a mistake. And so they hooked us up. So we didn't have to pay for all our extra luggage again. And they didn't even check our COVID test or anything and just put us through. So we decided that we weren't going to go do the other go get a new COVID test or anything like that. And instead we just went to Eve's siblings' house and hung out and had a good time for a few hours, and then came back to the airport to go get on our flight to go to Spain.
Yeah, so we got through security to the check-in gate, and there we're announcing that you need a COVID test within the last 72 hours in order to enter Spain, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh, lordy. So we're like, let's just get on the plane and see what happens. So we get on the plane, we get off the plane in Spain, in Barcelona, and we're like, okay, now comes the time of truth, right? The moment. And so we get to the lady and she checks our QR code, like a health thing, and then she asks for the COVID test. And yeah, she looks at us and goes, está bien, which means it's okay. And we're like, great, grab it and just leave. And we're like, just really thankful that God helped us through that, because according to the lady in Canada, we wouldn't have been allowed to go, which was an honest mistake, because on the German website it said 72 hours before departure, but then if you switched it to English it said before arrival. Yeah, so what did we learn from that? It looked like we're not going to make it. It looked like odds were against us, but we're just decided to go for it and expect God to show up. So we wanted to encourage you to do the same. If it seems a little crazy, maybe you should just go for it and expect God to show up. And from our experience, if it's really from God, He always shows up. So yeah, hope this is encouraging, and we're so glad that you follow along us and are a part of this.
See you there.
Bye.